Well, hello friends, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to our Miracle Rogue experiment. Dexperiment? No, I know people already use that term on the tube and streaming, so I don't want to use that term, but that's kind of what we're doing here, is we're just kind of messing around with this Miracle Rogue deck. I don't have a lot of experience with it, but because we're just messing around mostly this season, we'll rank up a little. Maybe we'll hit 10, probably not. Almost certainly not, never mind. But that's okay. We're just going to play a bunch of fun decks, try and enjoy the game, try and understand where the meta's at, really, so that we can kind of prepare ourselves for next season when maybe we'll be able to ladder a little bit more seriously. Oh, that's a spell at least. Obviously, we were going to get a spell from Babbling Book. We got the Babbling Book, by the way, from a hallucination that we cast on turn 1. I edit some of that stuff out sometimes. There's really no point in showing that always. We don't really have a good setup for the next turn, but our opponent hasn't been really going too fast. Well, me and my big mouth, our opponent just decided to go super fast. Luckily, we will be able to clear our opponent's board now with that top deck, so that's pretty nice. Oh, Vaporize, hello. Ooh, Mirror Entity. Feels bad. That is amazing. And it's incredible as well. So the question is, how do we want to do this? Do we want to go Fan of Knives and fully clear our opponent's board and maintain some minions? And then I'm thinking, like, what are we going to do on next turn? I think this is almost reasonable because backstab's pretty nice. I'll get rid of the Patches just because Patches is going to do less for us right now. And, you know, in the event that somehow Babbling Book comes back to hand, I feel like that does more for us. Not that I'm expecting that to happen, but, you know, it's Hearthstone. Crazy stuff happens sometimes. I just think that's better. I'd rather have these two return to hand to really generate some value. Ice Barrier, Vaporize could be things that could work, but I'm not expecting to get hit too often in this matchup. I'm not expecting our opponent to really be able to deal with the 1/1s other than through the ping, and that's okay for us as well. I'll probably backstab this down just because I think it's a reasonable... Oh, how big can this get? This can go 3 and then 4/4. Do we want to play it later so that it gets bigger? No, I think this is okay. This at least forces some sort of removal from our opponent now. Even if this is just a Frostbolt ping turn, at least it leaves up a little bit of power for us. I think that's reasonable. And if it does get left up, well then, we're going to go absolutely crazy. Well, to be honest with you, our hand isn't going to allow us to go crazy, but we'll at least cast 2 things. That's a type of crazy. 2. 2 is okay. But I'm expecting it to get removed, yeah. I mean, ideally, we would have loved to have seen a Fireball, just because, you know, Fireball's one of the big ways we're just going to get burnt out and lose. But that's totally okay. We'll attack, we'll attack. Which secret do we actually want to play? And I think Vaporize is going to be the better one. And the question is, do we attack here? I think we should. I feel like we're going to have slow-ish turns anyways for the next little while. So I don't mind chipping in a little bit of damage here. I think that could be reasonable to help us out in the long run. That's potentially scary, to be honest. But we'll have lots of ways to be testing for those. We don't have too many small minions left. But we should have ways to be able to set up our turn so that we deal with our opponent's minions reasonably. Ooh, boy. Speaking of minions we can't deal with. Should we test this? Let's test that. Oh. So we know this is not going to be... Yeah, that's kind of scary just the way it's lined up right now. But once again, we might be looking for Yogg to kind of pull this game out. We've maintained some decent tempo. We got some bad draws, I think. Oh, that would have been a nice one to have had, eh? But that's okay. I guess if we find... the thing I'm scared about is really Mirror Entity. This goes down to cost 4. So we could do something kind of cool here. We could do Counterfeit Coin, play the Arcane Giant. If it's Mirror Entity, then we slam down the Vile Spine and have a nice big board. And that's totally okay because now we have the answer for it. And we'll see what our opponent wants to do. Now, obviously, our opponent being Mage will have lots of big, juicy removals in store for us. 2 mana Polymorph is definitely one of those pieces of big, juicy removal. Oh, that hurts. That hurts quite a bit. Okay. Well, you know what? This is good. We know this is not Mirror Entity anymore. So we've got that going. Goodbye, 1-5. Hope it was worth it. Oh, and we also get the armor. Oh, that's good, actually. That's good that the armor actually procced there. So now Alex Strauss is only going to set us down to 23 when we get hit by it next turn. Just in case. It's not barrier. This could be vaporized, to be honest. Not vaporized. Oh boy. How does Potion of Polymorph interact with Yogg? I think Yogg's Battlecry happens first, right? That's the only thing I'm really worried about. Oh boy, well, here we go. I think we'll leave it. Are we just gonna go and do this? Counterspell? That's okay. Can't stop this. Now we have another 8/8 on board, so that's okay. And then we got Yogg waiting in hand at 10 spells. A 10 spell Yogg is pretty good. Our opponent has a coin, I'm not going to lie. I do remember that. And an early card and top decks. So this might be... Could be Alex. Kind of weak at this point just because we have like this big minion here. Fireball. And Fireball. Hey, what do you know? Do we just Yogg onto an empty board? Are we going to do that? Oh, Yogg is so bad on an empty board. But our opponent has nothing left. Like, are we going to hope that Yogg draws us cards and generates a board and stuff? I'm going to go with yes. Hey, we can still attack. 2 horrible spells. So far. That's a good one. Oh, baby. 2 deadly shots. Not necessary. Oh, this is okay. This is a very decent... Oh, Yogg. Yogg. Oh, that's what you get. You know what? That's what you get for playing Yogg onto an empty board. That is very much something you're not supposed to do. That was amazing. Oh no, Firelands Portal. That's not cool. Oh! No! No, 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 Lyra. No, don't do that. No, that is the wrong thing to do. 4, 7, 10. Oh my goodness. I wanted to go SI 7s to face, but we have to get rid of Lyra right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is that's one of the best Firelands Portal results, right? You get some activations off of Lyra. That's crazy. Oh, you know what? This is because I played Yogg onto an empty board, and I understand that. Oh, there comes that ice block. We would have had lethal. Whoa, no lethal. Forget that lethal. Oh my goodness. How do we do this? We'll just do this. Attacking in. We're not going to play the Abomination. We'll use Abomination to get around the ice block, I believe. We'll play it once we're close to lethal, and then we'll set it up. We get it with a Flame Strike. We'll have that sneaky surprise. Oh, that's really bad for us. That's really bad. What do we want? We want Hallucination or Swashbuckler right now. What is that? Oh, Firelands? Okay, I guess. 5/4, whatever. Now we need Razor Petal. We really want a Razor Petal right now. How do we do this? We'll go with 3 and a 1. Right? Because I can't afford the face damage. Our opponent knows this. And we'll continue to attack face. We played into Meteor, which was silly. I just realized what I had done. We should have put the 1/1 in the middle. It wouldn't matter if our opponent was just going to control. They would just control the entire board. But That's okay. So we still have a bunch of spells. But unfortunately, no oh, speaking about people having spells, my goodness. Pyroblast will destroy us. I wonder if there's a way to pull this off now. We still have one Evis. Could we potentially...
Excuse me, you are...
Wow, not going face though. Oh, wow. Very, very interesting. Oh, hallucination. Opponent's class. This could be good. It's less good. So now that's... The Abomination's actually kind of... I mean... We could have held on to the hallucination, but I feel like... maybe we should have held on to... Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's a misplay. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Now we can clear. Right, this is 2 to all minions. Then we Swashbuckler. We get to draw another card, and then we get to Swashbuckler. That has to be wrong, right? Oh, maybe our opponent's just worried that we're just going to win this way. Oh, like, okay, no, never mind. That's okay. Never mind. That I think is a reasonable play. So we'll just go Faceage. This clears the board. No, it doesn't. That's okay. We'll do this just for tempo. We should have gone Swashbuckler first. That was a mistake on my part. I was greedy. There trying to get 1 extra face damage, which may or may not even matter if our opponent top decks a Pyroblast, which I'm assuming in this deck it looks like they would run. Oh, that's just scary though, isn't it? Okay, luckily we can deal with this. There's a lot of things that we actually wouldn't be able to deal with. Game +2/+2. We don't have that ability right now. Let's trade this off. Let's kill you. And again, we play into Meteor, but once again, we still lose to Pyroblast, so it doesn't even matter. Oh boy, here we go, Babbling Book. It comes down to a Babbling Book, huh? Oh, and it was not excellent. It was not an excellent Babbling Book. That is okay in my mind. This was kind of a fun game. Do we have time for one more? Not in this video. That is going to be it for this video, everyone. I hope you're enjoying these Miracle Rogue videos. I know I'm really enjoying playing this deck, getting reacquainted with what Rogue is doing. I'm really used to playing against Rogue, but it definitely has a little bit of power, maybe. Maybe not the best for ladder, but I think it's a reasonably strong contender, and especially now that Quest Rogue is gone. Thank you, Blizzard. This kind of archetype is definitely going to, I think, see more and more of an appearance, which is really, really cool. It's fun. You have these really big combo-y style of turns. And if you refine the deck list that I have here, probably a little bit stronger if you don't have Yogg, but I love Yogg. I'm sorry. I'm not going to... Actually, no, I'm not going to apologize for it. I think Yogg is hilarious. And that's one of the reasons why I play Hearthstone, is just to have these cool, fun, interesting turns. That's it. I'm done. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. You might as well if you made it this far. Keep your stick on the ice.